One of the analogies I've heard over the past week involves the spy balloon. Can you talk a little bit more about that and if there are commonalities between these two incidents?
There's one commonality, and that is the apparent failure of the federal government, in this case, both the military and the president, to protect the American people. The NORAD, North American Air Defense Command, said they were tracking this balloon when it lifted off and as it crossed the Pacific. And according to reporting, which is credible, the President of the United States was not notified until about 3 days after this had crossed into sovereign American territory. This balloon could have been shot down over Alaska, over Canada, without any danger to human life. And yet we allowed that balloon to survey U.S. nuclear weapon sites. Malmstrom, F.E. Warren, Minot Air Force bases, where we have all of our land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles, the Minuteman III. It passed close by Offutt Air Force Base in Omaha, Nebraska, the home of U.S. Strategic Command, which controls all U.S. nuclear weapons. And it floated by Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, where we base all of our B-2 strategic bombers. The Chinese picked up invaluable information. They saw our reactions. It was a failure of the Pentagon, and it was, I think, the failure of the President of the United States. The parallel here is the failure of the National Command Authority, the President, failure of the Pentagon to protect the American people from a clear threat of some sort. If it's not foreign, then we need to know that, and we need a clear statement from the people who are there to protect us.
Clear statement from the people there to protect us. So if you were President Biden right now, what are the 1, 2, and 3 steps you would be taking right now to protect citizens?
Well, the first step is to address the American people. And even if he doesn't know, that's important for us to know. And so that clearly to me is number one. Number two and three is if these aren't ours, shoot them down. We've got to a point where I know that causes danger and risk to people on the ground, but this crisis, I think, has gone so far that that is a risk that we will have to take. Once, peace and stability has been disrupted, sometimes you have to take risks. And we are risk averse because we've lived in peace for a long time. But we're no longer in a peaceful world. We have Russia that is waging war. We have a China that talks about war all the time. China and Russia are involved in conflicts and wars on 3 continents. And we need the President of the United States to have an honest conversation with the American people about the state of the world, because this is not peacetime anymore. So we have to take those risks. And if indeed it is a foreign power, we need to start imposing severe costs on those powers for a violation of American sovereignty and this certainly putting the American people at risk.